Hello everyone, welcome to video number 26, Bone Crusher here. Guys, I really don't know what we're gonna do, so we already made 25 videos and I'm still getting feedback. Some of you like those videos and they're not asking any questions. Some other subscribers they ask me to short up the videos. Other ones they don't care, you know, they want more information, and other ones they want to explain the rules, which I don't know why those subscribers not email it to me or call me to get the the method in PDF files. However, today I'm gonna start tutorial about the rules and the most important ones, so everybody can understand what the heck we doing here, and how we read the red alerts, how we applying, how we adjusting during the game, and at the end we can clear up our mind and use it, because those are the most important thing than anything else. So we don't place the bets using the method. We placing bets iron cross or a cross just because most of the subscriber or future subscriber, they're not comfortable with placing the bet according to the method, so it's much easier to place one of those, iron cross or a cross, and take the bets off or take the bets down when the red alert will show up. We're gonna have short videos, like no longer than 30 minutes, so everybody can enjoy it, and it's not wasting time. It's very, very important, so we can revise all those information together. And if you have questions, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. As you see, we have an improved setup. This is for future use. It's very simple. Now we have on the screen the roles, and it's much visible what kind of roles we have previous, so everybody understand this is a completely live game, but when time is coming we will use it. So right now I'm just introducing to you guys. All right, okay, so now let's get started with the most important thing, the enemy number, which is the one on the right far column. I have it here. I don't know if it's visible. So yeah, I'm talking about the E or R, so which is the red number. Okay, enemy number or red number are the same. So now let's start with the definition of the enemy or red number. Every number, and I'm talking about the box number, let's say 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10, okay? Followed by 7, it becomes an enemy number or a red number. So this is the red column, or if you want to name it, or E, which is enemy number. We're gonna transfer this box number in this column. Okay, if you use two different colors, pen will be great, because 7 or enemy numbers should be red. The other ones can be used in any type of color at your convenience. Okay, so I'm gonna take the first one, okay, and we'll go further with the details, so everybody understand what I am talking about. Okay, so this red number we write it here in order to be taken down from this list or amend, needs to be followed 3 times by a box number. So what that means is when 4 will go, I'm sorry, I missed the, I'm going to use the black. I don't know what I don't like black. 4, and it's going to be followed by any box number. And I'm not talking about the 2, 3, 12, or Yos. Those are not box number. So 3 times, and we mark it this way: the first time, the second time, and the third time we cross. So what that means is 4 is no longer a red number or enemy number. I hope it's clear. Okay. Oops. I'm sorry about that. So my Molly just tried to exercise a short flying right into my cameras. Now, okay, let's put it this way. So we got the 4, okay, which is the red number or enemy number. What that means is has been followed by a 7 one time. So now let's have a different scenario, okay? So 4 and 7, okay? So that's the first time we write it down on the column red or enemy number. And then a new point is established, few other box number, whatever crap number, whatever you name it. And 4, it's showing up again. So right now, if the 4 is not the point, and we have to take the red numbers and the great details sheet, when the red number or enemy number do not have any lines, the percentage to have a 7 on the next roll is 25-30%. Do not subestimate this percentage. Personally, I encourage you guys, since you don't have experience, doesn't matter how many lines, take the bets off. Take the bets off and make sure you don't lose the bet. Now, let's say an 8 has been rolled after the 4. So as I mentioned, we get next to the 4 a line, okay? So what that means is this line means one box number was followed the 4 one single time, okay? So this is one single time. So the percentage when the 4 is roll again, and let's mark it, doesn't matter, 4 is roll again, and he's got one line, the percentage on the next roll, 7 will be rolled, will be the 5-10%. As I mentioned, I will advise you guys, since you don't have experience, take the bets off. But if you want to take a risk, you can continue placing the bets. So let's put it this way. Now a box number has been rolled. Okay, another line is gonna be marked under the first line next to the enemy number, red number, which is 4 in this situation. As I mentioned, 4, which is the enemy number or the red number, with one single line, it's 5 or 10%. Now, 4 has 2 lines, okay? The percentage to get the 7 after the 4 is rolled, it's 75-80%. So let's put it this way, okay? So numbers, 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 and 4 again. And we have this situation. 4 has been rolled, and it's a red number or enemy number with 2 lines. So the percentage is 75-80%. I will definitely encourage you guys, when you have this type of situation, do not continue having bets on the table unless you call them off. This is a very reliable bet, so you have to take them off and not continue. Do not continue, okay? So if after this a box number has been rolled, we cross this, and 4 is no longer a red number or enemy number, okay? In any of those situations, if a 2 or 3 or yo 11 or 12 rolled, regardless, whatever the situation is, could be no line, 1 line, 2 lines, okay? Do not count. So what that means is there is no changes in this. So 2, 3, yo 11, and 12, which is the craps number plus yo, do not change the count. So what that means is the very first box number you should expect a 7. It might happen, to be this. Instead 2, you can have a 7 here, but that's fine. But if you don't get a 7 on the very next roll, do not means this can be amended in this situation, or you put 1 line and you put 2 lines here. No, you have to wait for another roll. Should be a box number. I'm hoping you understand that situation, because it's very important. I see a lot of students, a lot of subscribers, they making that mistake. Believe the craps number or yo 11, it's counting as a regular roll. It's not. It's definitely not. So you have to wait for the next box number. So we kind of passing through one scenario, okay? So now let's put it this way. We have a 4, which is a red number with 1 line, and all of a sudden the 4 has been rolled, which is the red number, okay? And then a box number, it's rolling, okay? So let's put it this way, it's gonna be 8. And another number, doesn't matter, okay? And then 4 is showing up. Doesn't mean to be the same shooter, so could be a different shooter. Whatever during the game, a 4, it's showing up. So what that means is you know, this might not be the situation, but we have, you know, one line, and it's followed by 7. This situation, 4 with one line will become a new red number or enemy number. When the situation is four with 2 lines, it is going to happen again. If the 4, it's followed by 7. Okay? You put just one line, not a cross, and you write it down as a new red number or enemy number. Okay, special, I didn't mention the situation when 4 do not have lines. So disregard those 2, and we have 4 as a red number with no lines, okay? 4 just rolled is a red number with no lines, and then it's followed by 7. The 4 with no lines, you circle, and this will become confirm. Confirm. And then all the rules we already discussed about 1 time followed by a box number, 2 times followed by a box number, but this situation it's required to follow 4 times by a box number to be amended. So when it's confirmed 4 times, not 3 times as a normal enemy or red number. Please guys, do not make that mistake. Okay? So now, let's put it this way. We have confirmed red number and has been rolled, and then 7 is showing up again. We mark this way, and this enemy number or red number will become double confirm. Double confirm. When you have this situation, do not matter if you have 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, and then the last one, take the bets off or down. There is no exceptions. You might have an exception if the 4 is not confirmed, has a line, has 2 lines, or confirmed, you know, have 1 line or 2 lines. But when you have this situation, there is no rule. One single rule apply. Take the bets off. Do not make that mistake. It's gonna cost you. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose the bet. Now, this one, if it's going to have another box number, so it's going to be the 4 total, we take them down like this. So make sure you understand what that means, a circle, and this triangle, highlight triangle in a corner. So what that means is double confirm, confirm. Double confirm, confirm. Okay, I will write it down. I want you to understand very well what this means. Confirm, double confirm, okay? So 4 times followed by a box number will be amended. But when you have this situation, double confirm, there is no exceptions. You take the bets off. Alright, okay. Now let's move forward. Also with the same red numbers or enemy numbers. So let's put it this way. We have the 4 enemy number, and the 4 is the point, okay? So all of a sudden 4 is the point. What we gonna do in this situation? We're gonna look into the chart, okay? So look into this chart. Who the subscriber who's got it, who doesn't have, email me or call me and I will, email you a hard copy, okay? So when it's no lines and is the point, next roll will be 45 to 50%. 45 to 50% if it's no line and is the point. It's not followed by a 7, okay, whatever. We do the same thing. We give him a line, okay, and then the shooter make his point, okay. So it's 4. Okay. Next roll, when you have this situation, the chances to have a 7 is 25 to 30%. Okay? So, of course, it's not applying the rule because probably here will be 8 as a new point and it's done. But if you have this situation, okay, during the game, because it's not necessary to be the same shooter. So you actually, the 4 has been followed by a box number, you got the line, and then whatever happened, my 7 out, the actual shooter or whatever has happened. I just pointed as a shooter make his point, but this shooter might 7 out after 20 rolls, but never hit the 4. Okay, so we have this situation. Okay, 4 is the point. The next roll, if the 4 is one line and is the point, is 25 to 30%. As I mentioned before, I will advise you guys to take the bets off. Do not guessing, because you're not gonna remember those percentages and you're gonna get wrong. So I will take the bets off, but if I will be myself, I know those percentages, and I will play, especially when it's one line. And you can keep your mind, regardless it's a point or just a simple box number, red number, or enemy number, when it's one line is almost safe, but never been safe on the craps game. However, let's say, okay, so 4 didn't get a 7 and we put 2 lines, okay, and then the shooter, whatever, make his point. I will say 7 out. So the same thing, he rolls for a few times and 7 out, and the next shooter make the point of 4. Well, during the game, it's not necessarily to be right away. Don't get me wrong, okay? So we have a 4 as a point, and 4 is a red number or an enemy number with 2 lines. The chance to get the 7 on the next roll is 85 to 90%. So guys, this is serious. Don't keep your bets on the table. Take them off, okay? Take them off. Of course, if it's gonna be followed by another box number, so we amend this and it's no longer red number. But this can happen during the game. So what that means is you have 4, okay, and he's got 1 line, and then a shooter shoot the 4. The same rule applying, if it's gonna roll a box and you put the line. So it's not necessarily to be on the same the same line or the same shooter, whatever. Okay, so all the rules applying on the same way. Now you can have this situation when 4 it's confirmed and it's got 2 lines. Okay, all the percentage are the same, but you have to wait for 4 box number to amend. Okay, 4 box number to amend this. When you have a confirm and is the point, you take the bets off. So there is no other rules. For instance, you have a 4 and no lines, and it's confirmed, okay? And all of a sudden it is the point. So when you see this, you take the bet off, no matter what, okay? So also, I hope you understand, guys, let's say the 4 become a red number when a shooter didn't make his point, but 4 wasn't the point, okay? Well, all of a sudden, the new shooter make a 4 as a point, or let's put it this way, we have this situation. And all of a sudden, the 4 has been rolled as a new point, not a new point. So the same percentages will apply to this. So just when the 4 is the point. If it's not the point, we apply the other rule, okay? When it's not the point. When it's the point, we have a special rule for this. All right, okay, I hope it's clear, okay? All right, now let's take a look on something else. Let's clarify the term OD. I will write it here somewhere. Okay, OD. And this is coming from overall dominant. So typically, we write in here OD, and let's say it's 5, okay? What that means is the 5 has been rolled 5 times within 24 rolls. And you have it on the bottom of, actually, I write it here, OD, it says 5 and 9, 24 rolls, 4 and 10, 30 rolls, and 6 and 8, 18 rolls. This is very important because it's going to help you to understand where the game is going, okay? And you can see it, because usually, an OD is a strong bet. But doesn't matter, how many ODs you have. When you place a bet, and let's say it's OD 5, and the point it's 9, you want to place that, but also the sister to the point, because the OD, it's sister to the point. And it's a part of the protocol, guys. If you remember the protocol, it's a very, very simple. We have how we choose our bets, and it's very, very important. It's an angle player, it's an OD, it's a recent D, changing dominant, lost return, and sister. So this 9, this 5 is an OD, and it's sister to the point, so you place the point as well. Hopefully it's clear. Pretty much this is for today. We review the red numbers or enemy numbers and the OD. Let's really quick to revise the recent D. So the or red or green number, okay? So it's D or green, okay? Green number. So depend on the number we have. So typically, okay, I know it's 30 minutes. Typically, 4 and 10 has to be rolled twice in the last 8. 5 and 9 should roll twice in the last 7 rolls. And 6 and 8 should roll twice in the last 6. So, 4 and 10, 8 rolls in the last 8 rolls, okay? Last. Or the 8 last rolls. Okay. 5 and 9, 7. Okay. And 6 and 8, 6. This is a very important because also it's a part of the protocol. If you don't have an OD and you don't have an angle player, you go with the recent dominant or green number. So this is the definition of the green number. 4 and 10, 8 times, and 2 times. Oh, okay. Let me clear. 2 times. Okay, 2 times, 2 times, in the 8th roll. So you take literally 8 rolls. Okay, 2 times from the same category, and 6 and 8 6 times. Okay, it's very important, to understand this. We will revise long lost returning, and also you have on the recording sheet long lost numbers, which is the bottom. It says 4 and 10 is 30 rolls, 5 and 9 is 22, and 6 and 8 is 21. So when 6 and 8 is not rolling for 18 rolls, that it's considering missing. I never mentioned that before. I don't remember exactly, but it's okay. So it's not long lost. It's just missing. So could be a reliable bet, especially when the sister is the point. So if you have this situation when 4 and 10 has not been rolled for 30 rolls, and all of a sudden, after whatever the number of rolls might be, is rolling, the very first next roll, you have to take the bets off. There is no exception. If surviving to a box number will become long lost returning, and it's a reliable bet. Long lost returning is always a reliable bet. And if you have it's a sister to the point, you place that as well. So they're both a reliable bet if it's a long lost returning. So please revise the recording sheet. The last row is going to say long lost number, and that will be the number of roll qualified for each box number to become a long lost. Long lost returning is the long lost number survived to a box number. Okay, hopefully it's going to be clear. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to email me or give me a call. That's the reason I put this here and this one here. I want you to feed me with the experience of the casino. And if you don't understand something, please let me know. I will try to make it better. I will try to do it better, just for you guys to understand and use this method, because it's a very powerful method and it's worth it, to use it. Okay. I will say thank you very much for watching. Keep watching, and I will see you next time on video number 27. Remember, we always right, occasionally wrong, but never in doubt. Have a good night, guys.